The Emperor Babar often sent messengers from Agra to Kabul. They would ride on horseback to the rest house and there be given fresh horses for the next part of the journey. The rest houses were built every few miles along the road. In this way, Babar was able to send letters from his office in Agra to his home in Kabul. He still had many enemies, and the chief of these was Rana Sanga, the Rajput leader of Mewar. Rana Sanga was a great general and a very brave man. He had fought in many battles and his body was covered all over with old wounds. He ruled over nearly the whole of central India. Now, as a leader of Rajputs, he wanted to destroy Babar's army in the Punjab. This video is brought to you by Vistec Engineering. They are providing good services of architecture, design and construction, as well as producing realistic 3D renderings and animations for commercial plazas and residential homes and apartments, interior design and exterior design. Located in Islamabad, you can contact them on their number. Many of the Hindu governors were ready to help him attack the Mughal emperor. Babar himself wanted to fight against Rana Sanga and take his kingdom away from him. Then in March 1527, the Emperor Babar and Rana Sanga both arrived at Khanwa near Agra. Rana Sanga had never been beaten in battle, and now, if the Rajputs win, they would become the masters of India. Babar knew that the Mughals would rule no longer if the Hindus won. His officers said to him, "Sir, the Rajputs are well-trained soldiers and we can't be sure that we shall beat them." Babar answered, "Every man must die one day. Only God lives forever. It is better for a man to die well than live badly. If we die today on the field of battle, we shall die like true men. If we live, we shall be winners. Let us promise on the Holy Quran that none of us will leave the battle while he is alive." The Rajputs attacked the Mughal army again and again and killed many of the emperor's men. Babar's heavy guns shoot at the Rajputs as they came forward. But Rana Sanga had so many soldiers that they were still able to attack Mughals. The Babar used his soldiers on horseback in the same way as he had done against the army of Sultan Lodi. His soldiers rode around the Rajput army and attacked him from behind. While the heavy guns shoot at them from the front, the Rajputs were not able to fight both in front and their back, and by the evening they were defeated. Babar was now emperor of the whole of the north of India. Rana Sanga was not killed and reached his hills safely, but he died a year later. This left the Rajputs without a strong leader and the power of Hindus was broken. Babar still had a few enemies to defeat. The Afghan chiefs of Bihar and Bengal refused to let him rule them. So in 1529, Babar fought a great battle against them. He defeated these Afghan chiefs and so became emperor of Bengal too. The Rajputs did not want Babar to rule them, and one young Rajput planned to kill him in Delhi. He knew that the emperor often dressed in the clothes of the working man and walked about the streets at night. Babar always went alone because he wanted to see himself how his people lived. If they knew that he was the emperor, they would not speak to him fairly. The young Rajput hid a sharp knife in his clothes and went to the city by night, hoping to find Babar. There were many people in the streets and the young Rajput looked closely at them as they passed him. Suddenly he heard loud shouts. Men began to run down the street, some of them into shops, taking their children with them. What was happened? Why are you running away? Asked the Rajput. But nobody would stop to answer his question. Then he saw a mad elephant come rushing down the narrow street. In the path of the elephant, there was a small child. Save the child! It will be killed by the elephant, shouted one man. Who is going to lose his life for somebody else's child? Said another man. While there was talking, the elephant had knocked the child down with his trunk. It seemed about to tread on the child with its foot, and people ran away and shut their eyes. Suddenly a man ran forward. Quickly he picked up the child from the front of the elephant and carried it off. As he did this, his turban fell off and people saw that it was their emperor. It is Babar. It is the emperor, they said to one another. The young Rajput came forward and knelt at the emperor's feet. Sir, you are a brave man. I wanted to kill you, but you have shown me that it is better to save life than to destroy it. The emperor looked at him and said, You too are a brave man to tell me that you came to kill me, but I shall spare your life as you have spared mine. I shall make you a soldier in a royal bodyguard. Babar was a learned man as well as a soldier. When he was not fighting battles, he spent much of his time studying. He wrote a book called Babarnama. This tells us of customs and history of these days as well as the story of Babar's life. He enjoyed all games and often swam in the river. He was very strong and could walk along to the top of the wall, carrying a tall soldier under each arm. The Emperor Babar also loved beautiful gardens. At Agra, he had gardens made and planted with trees and flowers. Water flowed from many fountains and made the air fresh and clean. In his cool gardens, Babar could almost forget the heat of a long Indian summer. In 1530, Humayun, the son of Babar loved most, fell ill. The doctors were called, but they had little hope that Humayun would get better. Sir, we have done our best, but it is not good, they told the emperor. Are you sure that you have tried everything? Asked Babar. We have tried every kind of medicine, Your Majesty, but the prince only grows worse. The emperor looked down at his son laying weak and ill on the bed. He said, I would give all my money, even my kingdom, to save my son. More than that, I would give my own life to save his life. My God, hear my prayer and let my son's illness pass into my body. Strangely enough, Humayun's death suddenly came back and Babar began to feel ill. As Humayun grew better, Babar grew worse, and within a few days, Humayun was well again, but his father was dead. In December 1530, when Babar died, he was only 48 years old. His body was taken from Agra to Kabul, where it was buried in a garden, the Bagh-e Babar.